Imagine this. You, a little lizard guy, just walking around, when a capsule falls from the sky, guy jumps out, dodge rolls, and shoots you in the face. Welcome to my most played game of the year. This is literally taking over my gaming time. In this 3D roguelike game, your survivor is forced to live, die, and repeat as you try to make your way to a rescue ship. Along the way, you'll get items like beef and drum sets. You must do all of this while endless hordes of creatures try to chase you down and kill you. This is Risk of Rain 2. Do you like Dark Souls 3? I do. You know how a lot of the lore of the game is just put into the description of the items? Yeah, Risk of Rain does that as well. Besides that lore that you probably will not look at, the only piece of lore that is ever fully presented to you is that a ship called Safe Travels is on a mission to see how the ship Contact Light is doing, only to see that Contact Light exploded and that there are no survivors. So, for some unexplained reason, you are sent to the planet in an escape pod. What escape pod? Are you the player from the rescue ship, or from the ship that's already exploded? The start of the game is a bit ambiguous. However, why have lore when you have gun? Here are the basics. You spawn into the level, fight mobs, get money. Use money to buy items and drones, find teleporter, activate teleporter, fight boss, wait for teleporter to charge while you're inside the stone, leave and go on to the next level. Simple, right? Wrong. Risk of Rain 2 has a unique mechanic when it comes to things getting tougher. In most roguelike games, enemies get stronger when you go to another level. However, in Risk of Rain 2, difficulty scales based on time, and how much it scales depends on the base difficulty. I played on the Rainstorm mode, which is the mode that the majority of average players will play on. 1 minute into a run, and there's only a few creatures spawning, nothing too bad. About 30 minutes in, mobs will constantly spawn in, more unique enemies will appear, and during a teleporter boss fight, you'll have to face multiple bosses at the same time. About an hour into a run, boss creatures can spawn outside of a teleporter event, and the monsters become so numerous and powerful that they can either one-shot you or hit you so many times that you become one of those soda cans that some guy tries to crush by smacking you against their forehead. However, most runs do not last that long. A normal run can last from around 30 to 45 minutes depending on how fast you want to go through the levels and what method you do to end your run.
Hello.
In a regular run, you go through 4 different stages, collecting stuff to power yourself up. On the 5th stage, you have to make a choice. Through this teleporter, you can either go toward the final boss fight, or you can loop. That is to say, you can go back to the beginning once again, go through 4 more stages, and then come back here. So, theoretically, you can go through an infinite amount of loops, but plan long enough and you run into the chance of instantaneously dying. However, in the middle of a loop, this portal can show up, and when you go through it, you can literally obliterate yourself from existence.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
That is one of the great parts of this game. Not obliterating yourself, but you can make a run last as long or as short as you and your teammates want. Teammates? That's right. You can have a squad up to 4 people go into a game. If you don't have friends to play with, there is an official Discord for Risk of Rain 2 where you can get a squad together. But enough about general game stuff. It's time to get to the meat of the game. In most roguelike games, you can only get one separate item at a time. However, in Risk of Rain 2, you can get multiples of the same item. And yes, the effect of the item stack. Want to go fast? Grab multiple speed up items to go from this to... Want to have a chance to block incoming damage? Get the Steady Bear. Getting one of them will give you a 13% chance to block damage. Getting 7 of them will give you a 50% chance to not take any damage. Items have the potential to completely break the game so that you can destroy everything in your path. However, what items you should get will depend on the character you choose, but more on that later. There are a total of 133 items in this game. And guess what? We are about to go through all of them really fast. Now, I don't have footage for all these items, because that would drive me more insane than I already am. So, hold on to your butts and don't blink, because here we go. Common items. Main fire goes, say no to damage, I kill you, you heal me, more crit, speed, bungus. I hurt you more the more healthy you are. Tell me, do you bleed? Yes you do. Final Fantasy haste, but only in this dome. I heal more by doing nothing. Personal shield, ow that hurts. Oh, I'm all better now. I kill you, now everyone else is on fire. Stun, where do these fireworks keep coming from? Speed, but for sprinting. More ability charges, delayed explosions on hit. Key to the dumb box on the next level. Goodbye boss health. I kill you, you protect me. Don't get close or you will die. More health, take less damage. Common recyclable stuff. Uncommon items. Rocket launcher, you die, you explode. Extra jump. I heal through hurting, but crits make main fire go. Speed, but only when you're not firing. Ow, I'm gonna go hide now. Crits heal, more equipment charges, more health. I kill you, no more cooldowns. I kill 3 of you, then I go fast. Sprinting protects you, big damage equals freezing, big damage equals pyro tornado. Whoa, slow down there, buddy. Why does jumping make me faster? Death to all elites, using equipment make gun go. Healing, no, you get hurt.
Money!
Weird turret things, 4 debuffs equal more damage, and common recyclable stuff. Rare items. Everything explodes, you die, others get stabbed, every melee character's best friend. Sometimes there are ghosts. Jump high, then land like superhero. Healing cause damage. Are you feeling lucky? Literal sentient meat hook. Goodbye cooldowns. Goodbye cooldowns. I leave. More utility skills. Your power is now mine. No more cooldowns temporarily. More healing, defensive uber charge. Say goodbye to your defense. Deadly frisbee. Plant. No one likes their projectiles and rare recyclable stuff. Boss items, more health, almost useless.
Big boy.
Sprinting causes death, more health, more everything. Don't touch me or I will explode. Just some key. Fire! Crits cause bleeding, your health is now mine.
Oh, strike me down, dude.
Friendly eyes, you hurt me so much I heal myself. And boss recyclable stuff. Lunar items, become a glass cannon.
Money!
No health but all shield, more healing but only in increments. Equipment item now goes on full auto. Items that change your abilities, and if you get all 4 of them you turn into a bird that Naruto runs. Literally does nothing except let you get into a secret area. Teleporter charges faster but charging dome is smaller. Oh look, more enemies. Everything can become more powerful. Less cooldowns but you are unlucky. Meteor shower, everything burns. Everything slows down. You are stronger but you can have a permanent debuff. Equipment items, rockets, heals. Suck. Crits, drone party, laser cannon, flight.
Oh, strike me down, dude.
Mini thrower, another healing item. Oh, there's the items. Almost useless. Why does this egg make me fly? Damage reduction, deadly frisbee. I don't like this item, give me another. Deal damage to heal yourself, speed. On death effects are constantly activated. Help, I'm on fire. Become lightning, everything becomes cold. Weird balls that become spikes. I am permanently invisible. More damage output, dip below 50% health and you will explode. Whew, that was a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna... What happened? Anyways, items are awesome and all, but they mean nothing without the characters. There are a total of 12 different characters. These 2 are unlocked by default, these 4 are unlocked by just playing the game, and the rest are obtained by completing some weird objective or by going to some secret area. Each character has their own unique abilities and playstyles. So no matter what your preferred playstyle is, there's bound to be some character that will fit it. Now, before I even go into the characters, I want to say that each character has a base ability loadout. However, new abilities can be unlocked. For the sake of video, I will mostly go over their basic abilities first, and then mention any specific ability that is worth mentioning, because, let's face it, some abilities are just plain better than others. Let's start with the most basic character, Commando. He is basic in the way that his abilities are not very unique. He shoots with his 2 guns, has a piercing shot, dodge rolls, and fires rapidly to stun an enemy. That's it. Don't get me wrong, I think that his kit is one of the most basic ones in the game. However, if you have played any other game that involves shooting things until they die, Commando is a really good starting character. All of his abilities are seen in other games. That makes it so that a beginner can focus on learning the basics of the game rather than focusing on what a character does. However, when a player learns the game and gets more characters, the Commando can seem like he is lacking. On a poll of people's favorite characters, Commando was second to last. That does not make him unviable as a character though, does have one of the best fire rates in the entire game, which makes items that activate on hitting enemies really, really good. But besides that, he's pretty much got nothing else. I just wrote a half a page explanation on one character. I'm gonna speed this up a bit for both of our sakes. Huntress is a highly mobile character that is really good at taking out hordes of enemies. However, she is useless for taking out powerful individual enemies. She can take out a boss as fast as a squirt gun can take out a large bonfire. Her main fire auto-aims at an enemy and can be used while sprinting. Only one other character can do that. Her main damage ability is a glaive that bounces between enemies. She can also call down a rain of arrows down on an area, and she can have 1 long distance blink or 3 short distance blinks. Her mobility makes her one of the most fun characters to play as. But make sure you get some good damage items or she'll be like a pool noodle at a medieval battlefield. The Bandit is all about your positioning on the battlefield and cooldown management. His main fire is a rifle that acts like a shotgun. I personally prefer the shotgun method because of his passive ability. If he shoots an enemy in the back, he will deal out critical hits. That goes along with his ability to temporarily turn invisible and to slice an enemy. However, his last ability is one of his most important tools. He can pull out a revolver and deal high damage to an enemy, and if he kills an enemy with this, all of your cooldowns will go away. If you can get into a good groove of ability management, you can destroy everything in your way. Bandit will benefit from most items, but look for things that interact with critical hits, since that's fairly easy to do with this character. Multi is a tank with high damage but low movement speed. His special skill is that he can have 2 of these 4 different weapons. He can have a machine gun, a long shot, rockets, or a saw. To use these weapons, he can use an ability to swap between them, or dual wield them with the movement speed reduction. Besides this, he can launch a grenade that can stun enemies, and he can charge ahead for a little while. This custom weapons makes it so the items that you should get will change. However, you should always get some extra mobility so you can actually, get to places. The Engineer is a class that focuses primarily on positioning. Besides his landmines and a dome shield, the Engineer mostly uses his turrets for damage output. These turrets use all of the items that you have, so make sure you get some on-hit and healing items. The most important item that every Engineer needs to have is Bustling Fungus. This makes it so that when you stand still for a while, a green circle appears at your feet and constantly heals you. Since your turrets don't move, they will constantly be healed. There's another form of turrets that can move, but non-moving turrets are so much better. If you place 2 turrets next to each other, they will heal each other. Not to mention, if your ally needs to heal up, you can always go by a turret and, heal. The downside of Engineer is that his own damage output kinda stinks. Artificer is the most bursty character in the game. Get the right damage items and you can kill a boss in less than 5 seconds. In fact, that's an achievement you have to get. The downside is that you have no defensive abilities. Everything is an attack, from your fireballs and energy ball that goes to your flamethrower and ice wall. The only unique movement options that you have is a jetpack that lets you float and an ability that replaces your flamethrower with a jump that gives you some height. Make sure you get healing and mobility items because you just need them. Mercenary is a melee-only character that channels their inner anime character by using their sword to dash through enemies or quickly strike them while invulnerable. Being the second character that can attack while sprinting, you are very, very mobile. The majority of your abilities are centered around movement, so you can try to play a game of the floor is lava for a while. However, don't just waste your abilities. On occasion, you'll face enemies that will absolutely destroy you if you get too close, so make sure you have an escape plan before you dive headfirst into a combat. Rex is a slow boy that makes Risk of Rain 2 a resource management game. Your main fire will heal you for a decent amount, and you have another ability that sucks enemies into an area and will gradually give you health. However, you have a powerful ability that drops a mortar from the sky, but it takes your health to do so. Playing as Rex means that you want to manage your health well. That means getting a lot of healing items. One particular item interaction with Rex is quite interesting to me. There's one boss item called the Genesis Loop that makes you explode when you go below 25% health. As Rex, you can force yourself below 25% health and then immediately heal yourself again. It's lots of fun, but it's risky. Loader is also a melee character, but she is a mix between Spider-Man and One Punch Man. She's like Spider-Man because Loader has a grappling hook that makes you go really far. You can also hook onto the terrain as well as enemies. She's also part One Punch Man because she has the ability to charge up and just punch everything in front of her. Since the damage of the punch increases with her movement, you can get multiple speed up items just to obliterate everything in her path. Combine these 2 abilities together and you'll be able to cross the stage very quickly. She also has this weird thing that shoots lightning, which is alright, but just make sure you don't throw it down, because it'll just clip through the floor. Hybrid is a strange creature that can poison creatures. While that poison can do a lot of damage, it can't actually kill an enemy. so either you go in for melee attacks or spit a projectile at them. The key thing here is to get on kill items like gasoline, so that when an enemy dies, creatures around them will start burning up.
Newsflash.
Fire kills. That's it for record. Pretty simple character. Oh yeah, they can also go. Captain is one of the most liked characters in the game. It is not hard to see why. First off, Captain comes with one rare item right off the beginning. This thing shoots out lasers that nullify enemy projectiles, which can render some enemies completely useless. Moreover, your friendly drones will get these as well. On top of what is already great, Captain has an interesting kit. His main fire is a charged shot. Uncharged, you essentially have a shotgun. Fully charged up, and you have a pinpoint accurate shot. Really good, really versatile, but it takes a while to fully charge up. Next, Captain can shoot a stunning projectile. This is a great combo with the orbital strike, which does a decent amount of damage. However, there is a super powerful alternative to the regular orbital strike. Instead of 3 different strikes, how about you have one massive one? A man area, and this pops up. Wait 20 seconds, and then... Of course, the 20-second wait is a massive downside, so it should be only used against highly immobile characters. Oh, did I mention that it does 40,000% of your base damage? After all that, Captain can summon 2 beacons per stage. These 2 beacons can either heal, stun, recharge your equipment, or hack all nearby purchables to cost $0. The hacking one can be really good. Some stages have these special chests that contain rare items. It usually costs an arm and a leg to open them, but what if I wanted to open them up for free? Last but definitely not least, we have the hidden character, the Heretic. You cannot choose this creature in the starting menu. In order to play as her, you need to get to this specific shop. You can get here by random chance or by using a lunar coin on an altar.
Lunar coins are rare items that all enemies can drop.
If you have this blue ball here going around your teleporter, then you can go to the shop. Go through the portal, and boom, you're here. If you go to this table, you can buy lunar items for only 2 coins, and you can refresh the items here. Note that the cost doubles for every refresh. To become the Heretic, you need 4 different lunar items, so make sure you have a lot of coins. And I mean a lot of coins. I started with 138 coins, and I ended up with 62. Yeah, but by the end...
Hello, Mario.
Heretic can shoot homing projectiles that can attach to an enemy and then blow up, charge in Fire Disc of Destruction, and you can turn intangible, which will heal you and allow you to fly. Those abilities plays into the most important ability, Ruin. When on cooldown, dealing damage applies a stack of Ruin. Upon activating the ability, all stacks of Ruin will explode, dealing massive damage. Now, Heretic is not an overpowered because she is hidden, especially since she's always losing health. With all that being said, you can see that there can be a character for every type of player out there. Unlocking characters is a whole different story, but that's besides the point. Mods are a decently large part of the Risk of Rain community. They use a program called R2 or Modman. I was going to play with some mods, but Windows Antivirus said no, and I got a little scared, and I just didn't do anything about it. If you're curious about mods, I'll reference you to the numerous mod videos that others have put up on YouTube. Well, that's about it. Risk of Rain 2 is a fun game that's available on Steam for $25 with some paid DLC coming this year. For how much replayability it has, it's definitely worth the price. So, I have no clue how to end a video like this. So, I'm just gonna do that funny thing where you just cut out and then